Hello and welcome everyone. I am Linda Israel and thank you so very much for being here at my live stream on YouTube. I go live every Monday at 3:45 p.m. Central Standard Time unless I'm on vacation or something else comes up, but generally I'm live or I have a premiere video that you can come and watch. If you're watching this as a replay after the live stream has ended and you're on a computer, you can look for the little gear at the bottom of the screen and change the speed. If you're on a mobile device, generally the three little dots at the top, you can use those to change the playback speed to get through it a little faster, because generally my live streams last around 2 to 2.5 hours. I want to thank Robin for being my moderator and administrator and note taker throughout the live stream. She is generally my one right-hand woman, if you will, and I am so thankful to have her. She also is an administrator of the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. Occasionally, if she's not available, one of the other administrators will come over and help me, or a friend will help me moderate the video today. If you have questions, please feel free to put those in all caps and I'll do my best to answer those questions. If I don't see it, please ask again. Or if you know the answer to somebody's question, please answer it. Hey, if you have a YouTube channel, please feel free to share with us by saying, hey, I have a YouTube channel and this is what I do on it. You won't be able to share a link, but you can at least talk about your YouTube channel. Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. If you are having a great day, let us know. But honestly, we don't want the negative, what is going on in the world right now, because we are here to escape that, to be inspired, to be friendly, and have some fun. During the live stream, you have an opportunity to earn junk bucks. You can type !bucks to see how many that you have once Junkie Joe is up, because this is preliminary and I've pre-recorded this. Once you have 2,000 junk bucks, you can redeem those by typing a word and you can get a $10 off coupon to my shop. How do you earn junk bucks? Just by being here, chatting with us. So make sure that you speak up in the chat so that Junkie Joe registers that you're here, and by playing the in-chat games, and then also whenever you make donations. Occasionally I have raffles. In fact, right now there should be Junkie Joe coming up. You can type !raffle just as that says, and you can enter the raffle to win 200 junk bucks. If you make a donation during my live stream, do go over to my website at lindaisrael.com. You can see the name scrolling across the bottom here, and create a user account. Once you've created a user account on my website, make sure that you use the contact me form and say, hey, my name is on YouTube and I donated, and then I can get you added to the YouTube donator membership on my website. What does that do? Well, a member of my website in the YouTube donator membership gets 5% off orders in my shop, gets several digital downloads for free, and during the live stream when you donate, you get a chance to win the journal that I raffle off at the very end. Throughout the live stream, I will have different raffles giving away prizes. If you will type !raffle when you see those come up, then you can have a chance to win those items. We're going to get started here in just a moment. Thank you so much for being here today. When the video is over, come back and leave a comment. Tell me what you liked about today's video, or if you have questions and you're watching this as a replay, use that comment section down below. Also, look in the description box to links to the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group, as well as by Linda Israel, my Instagram, Twitter, my website, and generally I try to update the products that I use, and those links are in the description box as well. All right, well, let's get started.
Okay, I think I'm live. I think I'm here. And I'm not completely prepared like I should be, you know. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're seeing my sewing cam, which apparently needs some adjustment. We're working on a journal today that is going to be the Gothic Rose. And I have started a Midori cover. And if you know me, you know that I like to add stitches to my journal. So I'm trying to quickly stitch around. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad that you're here, that you're hanging out with me today. I hope that you'll enjoy this live stream, that maybe you'll have a little fun and be inspired to create. How is everybody? Are y'all well, or did you have a great week? I have been very busy, very, very busy. I posted a couple of pictures from my painting session where I was painting some chipboard pieces. That's in the event that I have on Facebook. By the way, if you are a person that's on Facebook, do follow my page at Linda Israel and follow and subscribe to, or what is that? Say you're going, that's the word. Say you're going to the Facebook event. And then, of course, if you haven't already subscribed here on YouTube, please do that. That way, you'll get notifications when I go live. Let's see. This week, I've been busy. I've been working with Henry at our shop, our embroidery/print shop. And we have a new piece of equipment, so I've been learning how to use that. And I have been printing some shirts. I've been printing some what we call transfers for other shops that buy them from us so that they can press them to their shirts. All right, so let me go back over here. Y'all enter the raffle if you haven't already. So I've got a mess going on here, let me tell you. Oh my goodness, it's crazy, it's crazy, it's crazy. So here's what I've done. I'm making a Midori style cover because I have 3 signatures that we're going to put in the journal today. And so I had this burgundy-ish red. It's not taffeta, but it kind of looks like taffeta, and it's not satin, but it has a beautiful sheen to it. I lined it with another piece of red because I was noticing when I use this fabric in other places that any glue that I used was seeping right through and it was leaving these dark spots. So I figured if it was on the inside, it wouldn't be so noticeable, but I did not want dark spots here because I do adhere the fabric to my chipboard underneath. So a remedy is to take 2 pieces of fabric, a second fabric will be on the inside, and I only attach these 2 together right around the edge. You could sew them if you so choose. I went ahead and just tapped a little dot of glue all the way around the perimeter, and then I glued that to my chipboard pieces. I've cut some pieces of cardstock that are going to go in the inside. It is a pretty color, isn't it? Cleaning up after lunch, nom, nom, nom. Uh-oh, Julie. Glue can sometimes be our nemesis, right? So I have cut some cardstock that is, oh, I guess I could tell you the size of the cover. The cover, front and back, is 6 inches by 9 inches. And then the spine, I don't even know. I didn't measure it. It was whatever the scrap was that was left over of my chipboard piece, which is about 3 inches, 2 to 3 inches. And so what I'm going to do is adhere this down. I stitched around these pieces, so it looks like it was all stitched together. So I'm just going to glue these in place, and then we'll set this aside for a moment and move on. I want the glue to dry before I kind of handle this. So I thought, well, if I did this to start with, then it would be out of the way. Then I'll show you some of the pages I've already made, and then we'll tinker around and kind of make our own additions to this, okay? All right, so let me kind of look to see. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I was busy, so I didn't get a chance to go through the list of everybody who's here. Hey, if you would speak up in the chat, because I'd love to know who is here. Again, I want to thank Robin. She's always so gracious to be here and help me, pardon me, with my live streams. And I am so very thankful for her for doing that. Hey, Amanda Dawn, welcome, welcome, welcome. I haven't been talking today, so I guess my voice is a little crackly. Maybe I should drink some water. Okay, so we got this in here. Okay, I'm going to grab my bone folder, and basically wherever this kind of is supposed to fold together. So I'm just gently rubbing my bone folder in here where it's supposed to fold. Kind of helps train it. Okay. When I put the tie on here, I'm recycling this fabric. It was, I think it was from a dress I made for a customer when I used to do a lot of sewing. I'd make bridesmaid dresses and prom dresses. Oh, thank you so much, Sherry, for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, too. But I used to sew bridesmaid dresses and wedding gowns and costumes for people. So this was some fabric that I had left over, and I just thought it turned out really good. And then this was some trim that I picked up a long, long time ago. And it's it's a faux fur and leather. And I just thought it would just kind of fit for having a Halloween journal. So I'm going to set this aside. When I can't find it later, it's on the floor behind me, okay? Y'all remind me of that. Okay. Thank you, Amanda Dawn, for your donation. What are we going to do? Let's see. I didn't pre-plan all the pages, which is kind of funny. I have some fabric here. I have some strips of fabric that I've sewn. I've got some book pages. I don't know. I've got a little bit of everything out here. So let's start with this. I've got some scrapbook paper. I just picked 3, and I'm going to nest them together. Grab my paper cutter, and I want this to be, let's see, let's do this. I want this going up and down, I think. So I'm going to cut this at 11 inches. So we're cutting off a little bit of a strip here. Okay. So I'll save that to the side. And then I'm going to rotate this around and go to the 8.5 inch mark. And sometimes I make a pocket, a self pocket out of scrapbook paper. I think this time I'm just going to cut it off. So now I have 3 pieces of different colors of scrapbook paper. Yeah, it is a big deal. Thank you so much. Yes, I used to sew all kinds of stuff. My former neighbor who moved away to Texas, I made her wedding gown. I used to alter wedding gowns a lot. I kind of got out of it because people are difficult. Hey, Elizabeth, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Julie, welcome. So glad to have you here. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab my, what do I want to do? Do I want to stencil? Yeah, let's stencil on the back of these. So I'm just going to grab a piece of paper that I can kind of use so I don't get my desk all dirty. We'll just grab some, well, if I knew what I was doing, here we go. I'll just grab a couple of book pages so that when I lay this down, I have a little bit of a border all the way around. Oh, a bummer. So this one has a little sticker. I should have paid attention, but we'll figure something out. Okay, so stencils. I've got a ton of stencils and I'm trying to decide what I want to use. Man, I got a mess going on over here. So I'm going to stand up. Can y'all hear me pretty good? I'm going to move my camera. So what I'm doing is, this is where my stencils are located. And I think I want to grab, let's look for the D's. And I think I want my damask stencil. So we'll do the damask stencil on there. You know, we may just repeat that one. Oh, I do have this one. I thought this one was always fun. This one's called Falling Stars. All right, so should we do red or should we do black? Red or we do black? Thank you, Julie. I sound far away to you. Well, let me try this. Maybe you need to turn your sound up. Is this better, being up higher? Oh, yes. Sometimes they do put the stress in seamstress, Giovanna. I had one client come to me. She was a big girl, probably a size 16. And she had gone to a wedding dress sale. And she bought a dress, a beautiful dress. She got it for $100. And it was like a $600 or $700 dress. And it was a pale, well, it was white, but it had a pale pink underlay. So when you look at it, it was kind of a blush color. It wasn't white. It wasn't ivory. It was more of a pale pink. It was a size 10. She wanted me to make it fit her. I did make it fit her, but she ended up getting a divorce. They got married in secret. They ran away, got married, then came back and had a formal wedding. And then 3 months later, they were divorced. I was like, I think I'm done. I think I'm done doing dresses for a while. All right, so I have my black, and I thought I saw, is this my red? Nope, that's pink. Purple. I'm digging through all my brushes, and of course, maybe we're just going to go with black because I can't see my red today. I probably have moved it somewhere, so we'll just go black. Oh, okay. So let's do this. I think we're going to do the damask on one piece. So I'm going to get out my black soot distressed ink. I never bought the distress oxide. And this is the damask stencil. I just noticed it still had a hanging chad on it. So I'm just going to line it up. These are stencils that I made. I hand draw them, or I find graphics that I can use, buy them, and turn them into a cut file so that we can cut them on my laser. I think that'll be pretty. Let's do that. What? I know. I made it work. That dress was gorgeous. And then I found out because one of her friends came to me later to have a dress altered, and she told me all about the gal, and I was like, oh, wow. And I've had them, try to stiff me, and they wouldn't pay me for my work. One lady, she wasn't going to pay me at all. I said, well, you don't get your dress. You don't get your dress till you pay me, lady. And so she was trying to find out for how much do I owe you? And I told her, and she said, okay, well, I'm going to borrow the money from my family. You really charge too much. And I'm like, no, I don't. I know what my work is valued at. And I've been, fortunate to be able to go to some weddings that, were just so special. And I was a wedding coordinator as well. So I used to go and coordinate weddings, and I also used to go and do all the decorating as part of my coordination. I would supply the flowers, and I would rent all the, the candelabras. Oh, thank you so much, Cricket, for your donation. Oh, you wore your wedding dress as a Halloween costume? Well, one of my former coworkers was pregnant, and she wore my wedding gown for Halloween at work, going around to every man saying, will you marry me? Because she was very pregnant. You could very see it in the dress. All right, that looks good. Now, I think I'll go in and just kind of add around the edge, just a little. Just kind of adding a little bit so it's not quite so stark white. I'm going to set that aside, and let's grab the next one. We'll do the polka dots. Polka dots! And let's do the falling star. No, we'll do the damask one again. I got an idea. All right, so we're going to do the damask again. Okay. Oh, that's amazing, Manda, to get such a good value. My wedding dress that I wore when Henry and I got married in Las Vegas, we paid $100 for it. It was on sale. My mom came into town and we went to a bridal shop, and it was pretty much the first dress I tried on there. And I was like, this works. This is what I want. It's always neat. And I've made dresses that, had you gone to a boutique, it would have cost, $1,000+ to buy. And I've done it on budgets. There was a place called Hancock's. Most of y'all may have known the fabric store Hancock's that was in Oklahoma City that had a fire. And a lot of their fabrics was smoke damaged. Well, I went there and got very lucky. We ended up buying a bunch of lace and some satin that was still wrapped. And so it didn't get the smoke damage, but because of the insurance and everything, they had to get rid of all of the stuff. And I got it for next to nothing, and really made this bride so happy that I was able to give her a dress that she had been dreaming about for a fraction of the cost. It's amazing how that goes. All right, so I got that one done. And now we're going to come back to this one. And let's pop this back up here. And this is the Falling Stars stencil. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use this across the top here. So it kind of gives the falling stars. Okay, and then we'll do it again, just a little bit lower. Okay, that looks good. We're going to end up covering that up, so I'm not going to worry about it for now. All right, let's put this away. If we need it again, we'll clean my hands off, because whenever I'm messing with Distress inks, what happened to my towel? Okay, that's crazy. Really? Okay. Well, we'll get a new one out. I use old kitchen towels in my craft room. All right, I'm just kind of cleaning my hands off with some thieves cleaner. Oh, that's wonderful. That's awesome, Julie. Hey, Ada, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so here we have a scrapbook paper. And I think we need to put something over this corner. So I'm going to dig through my stuff here, see what I have. I thought I saw, we have this little corner piece, and I think it fits. We could put those across the corners like that. How about that? I think we can get away with just gluing it directly to the page. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. You still have it? Oh, that's awesome. Dropping things here. All right. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just using Aleene's tacky glue. I'm going to come across here and glue this into place. Kind of put it somewhat in the corner. Okay. And we'll glue this one over here. Sometimes I like to repeat what I do in a journal or the concept of it. For example, the scrapbook paper that's been stenciled upon, and we've added some pockets on here. So what could we put on this side? I think what I want to do is I have, prior to the live, what I did was I cut some strips of paper and laid those out. And then I ran a bead of glue down the middle, and then I just pushed the fabric on top of it until I got it all wrinkled and ruffled the way that I want. Let the glue dry, and then I stitched it, and then that makes it easy for me to just pop it on any page that I want. Gotcha. You know, and that's also good too. Oh, well, thank you so very much. I did do my nails. My fingers are still dirty. We didn't get all that off, did I? I did do my nails. It's a little haunted house just for y'all. There was plenty of time that I've worked on weddings for very poor couples. And, you know, they wanted to do such elaborate things. And I would say, you know, we can do something that's quite pretty for a whole lot less, but you have to do the work. You know, I'll help you. I'm not going to do it all for you, but I'll help you. You know, for example, oh, I can't remember what was the saying, but there was little sayings that we would attach to a spoon. Oh, here we go. It was a spoonful of kisses from the new Mr. and Mrs. And so we took plastic spoons and put in 2 Hershey's Kisses, and then took some tulle and wrapped it over the kisses, then took a piece of ribbon and printed the saying and attached it with a, you know, hole punch. And so I would offer, I say, hey, I will print the little sayings for you. You have to put them together. I'll show you how. I'll make the first one, show you how, and then you can sit down and make the rest, and that'll save you a lot of money. And so I had lots of brides that would appreciate, you know, the little crafty things that I could do. All right, so there, just adding a little bit to that page. And then we're going to add some more stuff to it, but I'm going to set that aside for a moment. Stay. I said stay. All right, let's grab the next one. So that was this floral. I'm going to fold it in half. I like to fold my pages just so I know where the center is, especially if I end up putting pockets in it. So let's look through my gewgaws and doodads and whatnot. I've got I've got this little pocket, but I think I want to save it. I've got this little owl. He would be kind of cute right there in the corner. And I've got this little rose piece. Let's put that on another piece of paper. And I've got, this is a piece of cardstock. Trying to decide, how do I want to do this? I think if I just kind of cut that as a diagonal, so I'm just get my paper cutter here and make sure I'm within my area here. I think right about there. Yeah. So this is the corner rose rubber stamp, and I stamped it and then I colored it with watercolor pencils. I used red, and then I used black for the leaves, so it kind of matches Norella's kit. And I think I kind of like the way that looks. Maybe one more little thing. I have some of this, I don't know, it's kind of a tulle, so I'm going to cut a little piece of it. I, years ago, was in an orchid club, and I ended up involved with the club. So they had a orchid show, and they asked me to make some corsages, and these were on my corsages, and they gave me back all my materials. What do you think? Just kind of something like that? I thought, well, why not use this in the journal today? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of put this in the glue, kind of making a little ruffle. Stick, I say, stick. Okay, it's sticking to my fingers. All right, stay down. You just stay there for a moment. I think when I go to put this on top, it'll be good. Hey, Raven, I haven't seen you in the live for a while. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This corner piece is from the Gothic Rose kit from Calico Collage. All right, so I'm just going to put this right on top. Yeah, this digital kit is really pretty. I love it. Okay. Kind of smoosh this down. Go from the back side. Okay, so I'm going to give that a moment, and I think what I'm going to do is come in here and add a little bit more glue in a couple of spots. And I'm going to lay my acrylic block over the top of it for a second. Kind of smoosh that together. All right, so let's glue this guy here in this bottom corner. So I'm just going to add a little glue so it'll be a little tuck spot. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to give it a little bit longer, and while that's doing that, let's flip this over and glue down our little fabric pieces on this one. What have y'all been working on? Have y'all been making something cool and fun? Are you in the Halloween mode, the fall mode, Christmas? Maybe you're working on a special journal for yourself or somebody. I'd love to know what you're working on. Norella's been working on the digital kit for the next kit, which will be Christmas Wishes. And I will have that in my shop in October. I've been pulling all of the doodads that we're going to put inside of it, the charms, and I got some, went through a bunch of my old ribbon and tulle. That's the wide stuff, and I think I have enough with all of it that everybody gets a little piece of some ribbons and fancy trims. I found some sequin trim that I thought we would use in the kits. I got to tear apart some books. Homemade wrapping paper. Oh, cool. Fun, fun, fun. Total Halloween mode, as well as making your finalized Christmas list so you know what you need to make. Awesome. A dark theme journal to sell at Halloween Festival next year. Okay, so you're working on it now for next year. Awesome. All right. So we got that glued. I think this is probably dry enough that we could set it in the corner here. I don't want this glue to touch my other page, so we're going to glue this and I'm going to lay it to the side open so that that glue will fully dry before we add any more embellishments on here. Okay, let's set this aside for a moment. And then let's go to this one. So this has got the polka dots. And I'm going to save that for the inside. I've got some more little pockets. What else do I have here? I'm just kind of digging around in my little bin. I have a little piece. You know, it doesn't have to have a pocket on every single page. Oh, I saw this rose. That's kind of pretty. I think that would be pretty on this polka dots, don't you? Okay, let's set those there. And then I've got another little rose here. Okay, so I think first I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. So I'm just going to add a little glue on here. I'm using up lots of scraps. I had a little bin that had a bunch of black scraps in it. And so I was looking at them, trying to figure out how much I had to see how much I could use to make little ruffles like this. All right, let's turn this around. Oh, I hope I did that right side up. I guess it doesn't matter now. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this down. Okay. I did make 3 journal insert covers. So I took some cardstock and some specialty paper, made some covers. I'll show you those in a moment. Says who? Hey, Margie. Okay, so we got this side, and I'm thinking maybe we'll put this little rose over here and then put this one over here. We're going to add some more stuff up at the top, but this is where I'm starting, okay? Put this one right here. So this is the Bella Rose. It's a beeline design stamp that I offer in my shop. Okay, let's put this over here. And I think I want to add this little rose. Now, do I want it in the center? It actually kind of hides on there, doesn't it? Maybe let's see what it looks like on here. I think that looks better on this one. So let's find something else. Oh, here we go. I've got this little pocket. Let's put that on here. So I'm just kind of looking at how this is done up. So we're going to add glue. Oh, thank you, Jennifer, for your donation. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Cricket. Thank you, Amanda. I greatly appreciate y'all's support. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this down right here. This is from my rose and label chipboard pieces, and I took a few minutes and painted those. First, I painted the stem black, the stem and the leaves, and then the rose portion at the top, I painted with a ivory paint and allowed that to dry. Then I painted it with a red, and that's what makes that red really stand out. I think I'm going to put it at the top, like so. Oh no, you can't get the metal butterflies to glue down. Use, I don't know if you have this type of glue. We have E6000. Some people will use the Fabri-Tac glue. I don't know what you can get in Australia. All right, so I'm going to flip this over, and I think I'll put this rose up here. Your boyfriend. You crack me up, lady. So I'm just putting little dots of glue on the chipboard. This is a chipboard that I cut with our laser cutter. Okay, I'm just adding little dots of glue, and then we'll put that right here. And I'm going to add a little acrylic block on top for a moment. All right, so we got this piece. What else do I have here? You know, I have the word journal. So what if we were to put, let's put that up here. I kind of like that. The black and white. We'll put that right here. Okay, let that dry a little bit more, kind of clean up some of that glue. Okay, so we've got this portion. So we need something across here and up here. And then of course we need to put something in the pockets. What do we want to put on this one? So I'm going to set these aside for a second. What do I have left in my bunches and bunches of stuff? I have another one of these. It doesn't really show up very well, does it? What do you think? Gel medium works too. I don't know, Sherry. I'd have to look to see what you have. Let's see, currency. Can I look here? So I show you have like 2,000 junk bucks on your account, Sherry? I think that's right. Currency. You want it to dry now. Oh yes, the frog stamp. I need to stamp that. Maybe we'll stamp that in here. Where did I just put my stamps? Oh, here they are. I just did that one. This frog skeleton. I thought that would be kind of fun. And then I did this gargoyle. All right. I think I like the rose up there. Do I want to put that over here? No, I think it needs something else up there. I think that would be good there. You gotta wait. Gotta be patient and wait. I was trying to figure out what I could do that I could use up some of the scrapbook paper, use up some of my chipboard pieces. I'm just going to lay that right there for a moment and dig around. Oh, I've got these. That's what we can do. Melancholy is the happiness of being sand. Listen to them, children of the night, what music they make. Those would be good. All right, we need to add some distress inks to those. We'll do distress walnut stain. I know you can't see that on there. Okay. Poke, poke, nudge, nudge. Y'all enter the raffle. Is there already time? Good grief. Already the time. Okay. I think that would be good. Yeah, maybe. I have a bunch. Oh, here they are. Oh, I dropped stuff. Don't be doing that. It seems that things just want to roll off my desk. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I know I want to use these, so I'll put these right here. Oh, you know what? I got a little cat. I think that cat would be cute there. A little black cat. I've got some little tags that we could put in here. Okay, I think I like that. So I'm going to do the raffle here. Let me get a drink. I made a cold iced coffee. That's what I was going to say. Coffee latte, something like that. I didn't cut all these out. I think, let's do this one here. I'm going to cut this one out. This is some of her Gothic elements that she had available in her shop. And I was kind of looking at them, trying to decide what would I want. So I printed a few, and I didn't even cut them out yet. You know, I have all these intentions of using all this stuff, and then I get going, and I either forget about it, or I go in a different direction than all the stuff that I got out that's on my desk. No one else has got that happens to them, do they? All right, so we're going to do the raffle here in just a moment. So if you haven't entered, you can do so now to win 200 junk bucks. Okay, so I think this would look cute right here. Okay, and I think we need a little something. I have a little piece of fabric here. I'm just going to cut it in half. What if we did something like this? Maybe like that? Or should we do something like make a little ruffle and put it in the corner? Which should we do? I'm going to put my, what do you think? The little ruffle? It won't really stay unless maybe I can put my scissors over it. There. And we'll put the kitty cat down here. All right, y'all enter the raffle. Yeah, my workspace, it grows. It starts here in the vicinity of the camera, and then it goes over here to the side, and then it keeps going, and then sometimes it ends up in the floor. Poor Hercules' little bed back here is surrounded by stuff. I don't even know how he gets down there. The owl is from the Gothic Rose kit. The Gothic Rose kit by Calico Collage. Okay, so I know that Robin has one, and I have a couple here. So we'll do mine, and then we'll do hers. Okay, so the winner of 200 junk bucks is Julie Parker. Congratulations, Julie. Okay, we'll reset this. Yes. And go, I've got 2 of these. We'll do that. All right. So I've got this little ephemera card pack. There's some file folder, there's some burlap, there's a couple little pieces of lace, some spiral paper clips, there's different pieces of some cardstock. This was actually part of, I believe, the Winter Bliss kit. I had a few of these left over, even though I sold out of the Winter Bliss. So I thought I would pass that little packet along. Okay. Giveaway. All right, so if you had a period, though, in there. Okay, so I think we're going to do this in 2 parts. I'm going to take this piece and add a little glue here. And I'm going to stick this in the glue and kind of ruffle it around just a little bit. And then we'll glue this whole thing down. Smooshy, smooshy, smoosh. Oh. Be sexually harassed. Little poor Junkie Joe is going to be upset. Okay, I like that. And I've got the little kitty cat down here just lounging away. What else could I do? You know, I haven't got out... Oh, I've got these little things from Norella. I think that looks good there. Let's find something to go over here. How about Happy Halloween? So get my little block. And I thought I saw... We were picking up trash off the floor. I had a little strip of paper here that was cut off. So we're going to use it. So I don't want to accidentally stamp on my journal page. So I'm just going to line it up and stamp it up there. And then cut it. Maybe something like that. I'll add some distress inks to it. Maybe if I can find another little piece of fabric, we'll put a piece of fabric behind it to help it stand out from the background. Oh, here we go. So let's see how this looks. Got my fabric scissors here. How about that? Happy Halloween. And then we'll put the little kitty kind of coming up over the top. Don't be harassing him now. He might abandon me. Okay. Glue that down. And then glue this on here. Like so. And then let's put the little cat kind of up so he has a little bit of the white space around him. Okay. Put that like that. Okay. And I think this one, I like to keep it at the bottom. So I'm just going to put a little bead of glue across here and then lay that fabric right on the edge. Pressing that into the glue. All right, so then I'm going to put glue up here. Okay. All right, and then let's put this little rose over here. And then we'll put this guy down here. Aw, well, I'm so glad, Cricket. Yay! Well, thank you so much for being here and for sharing that. Okay, how's that? We got that over here. We'll get this over there. All right, I think that'll be good. So let's go to this one because I haven't put anything on this side yet. And we still have the pocket and the tuck spot here. I have this little skeleton, that's what it is. Norella has another kit that had some Gothic things in it. Do I want to do that on there? Ah, here we go. I've got some other flowers. I've got, these are some old Prima flowers. So what if we did a couple of these down here? And I saw, I have another little container somewhere. Where'd it go? Here it is. Something like that, maybe? I'll glue that down. I dropped, oh, I was so sad. I had a box on my desk here of some things, and I moved and I bumped it and it fell on the floor, and there was a huge crash because I had a glass jar that held some flowers, some paper flowers in it, and the glass went everywhere, and I was like, oh no, and I had to hurry because I didn't want Hercules to walk around on the grass and injure himself. So I was hurrying up, and I'm so glad I didn't cut myself, but I was so sad because I love this little jar. I have a couple of them still left, but they break because they're glass. So now I'm using these ugly little plastic things, which is probably better. They won't break as easily as the other. Okay, I like that. Just adding a little bit of color. And we're doing a little variety of things. All right, so we got these two pockets. I found, what did I see? I got a piece of red cardstock. That would be kind of pretty behind there. And I have a black piece, and I thought I just saw, I did, here it is. I have a little piece, oh, and it looks like it fits. This was just a piece of ledger paper that I tore for another page. So I think we're going to use that and make some writing space. Maybe we'll add some more decoration to it. Like so. I know what we can do. We can stamp that frog on here, huh? Okay. Let's do this. Put that up here. All right, let's see how this looks. If we stamp it on top, put the Happy Halloween back. I did add a bunch of new rubber stamps to the shop, so I hope you like them. They're all laser cut. I haven't even stamped with this one yet, so let's see what happens. Let's see what it looks like on a book page. Oh, that's kind of cool. All right, let's put him up here in the middle. Ooh, that looks cool, doesn't it? Coolio. I don't think I'm going to put anything up there. I was, but I think I'm not. I think we need to put something on the red. So, oh, how about the gargoyle? We'll put the gargoyle on here. And maybe we'll round the corners. Oh yeah, that looks good. And let's put some black soot. Where's my black? There's my black. We'll round the corners. Use my crocodile chomper. All right, let's do like this. Don't be kicking yourself out. Love the owls. The owls are so cute in that kit, aren't they? All right, so I want black soot. Looks cool. So I'll put it on the other side as well. Just a quick journal card, just like that. And I love that red, that pop of red. And I think there's some other journal cards here, so let me see if there's one that, maybe this one, since it too has a little bit of that red in it. I think that'll be good. Okay, another one made. So where's the one that I had earlier? I've already lost the journal page. Seriously, what did I do with it? Oh, it's right here. It got covered up. All right, so we have the word journal. We made some decorations here. We've got a little pocket. I think one of Norella's tags would fit in there. So do we want to do, ooh, I like the spider one. There's another owl. We could do the owl. Let's see how he's, oh, he peeks out. That looks good. Let's do that. And then we need something up here. Norella had some of these in black. Let me see if I like a saying. Sometimes I'm terrified of my heart, of its constant hunger for whatever it is it wants. The way it stops and starts. Edgar Allan Poe. What do you think? I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night. Sarah Williams. We can put that over there. How's that? All right, let's add some distress ink to the edges. All right. Oh, well, thank you, Raven. Thank you so very much for saying so. I think my stamps, of course, Beverly's stamps of Beeline Designs are amazing as well. But thank you so very much for that. Okay, so I see, what do I want to do here? I've got this, I don't know, I bought this a long time ago. I know I did not pay $9 for that. I think I got it for like 50 cents or something. But it's kind of a mesh ribbon. So what if I put a little piece? Do I want the whole big piece or do we just want to snip it? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it in this way. And oh, I hope I don't turn it upside down. How about something like that? Let's glue that down. add some extra glue there. I may even add a little bit of Fabri-Tac since it's kind of a 3D glue. A snippet. All right, so let's make sure I got this right side up, and then let's press that down, and I'll lay my acrylic block on there. I'll even put some glue on there. Okay, so let's do the same thing over here. It's a good thing I have more than one glue bottle. And then this is the bottom, so I kind of want it to come out the bottom. And then we're going to add a little bit of Fabri-Tac on top. Hold my mouth just right. Thank you, Margie, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we're going to put this right here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll put my acrylic block on top of that. All right. So let's see what else I have over here. I'll show you the journal covers for the journal inserts that I made while these are drying. So this is some, I need to add some distress inks here. This was some cardstock, this kind of gold foil cardstock, and then I had some black cardstock. So what I did was I just cut this half an inch smaller, so you get this nice little border. And then this is one of Norella's images. I printed it as a 5x7 instead of the full 8.5 by 11. And then I ended up putting it on a piece of cardstock. And there's a pocket up here, so we need to make some kind of journal card or something for that. And here's the next one. So this was some specialty paper that's velvet textured paper, and I did the same thing. I just kind of made it a little bit smaller and then put that on top. And then here is one more that was another velvet, and I just thought it was perfect for this journal to have those for the journal inserts. So I need some pocket, or not pockets, journal cards to go in those pockets. And I happen to have some pieces of paper sack. So this will be the gusset part of the paper sack, and I saved them, and I think they'll fit. I may have to trim them down, so let's test it out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to trim it just a little bit. I'm catching, maybe that's what the problem is. Oh, here we go. That one fits, so I may trim the top. So let's see if these all fit, and then we can decorate them to go in this journal. Help if I could see. Okay, that one fits. And then this one, let's see if it fits. It does. Okay. So let's see what we can put. So if we cut this off right about here, maybe. I'm going to move my acrylic blocks. Okay. I've got little pieces of paper falling everywhere. Come on now. Okay, I like that. I don't think I need to do anything else here. This one's all done. That one's all done. Okay. I'm going to set these behind me for a moment so that we can work on these guys. So, what do we want to put on those? How about first we trim them down? So I'm going to get my paper cutter, and I'm going to get a pencil so I can figure out about how tall I want them. And I think I want to come to maybe right about there. So I'll just trim that off. And I'll use this as a guide because I should want them all pretty much the same height. Okay, so we got two, so I'm going to do one more. And I've got little pieces left over. Who knows, we'll find a spot for those as well. Okay, line this up with the edge. Okay, so we got all those. There's some pieces left over. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's set these over here for a moment. All right, so these are going to go into those front pockets. What do I want to use stamp-wise here? I had out the lace trims. I think we'll stamp the lace across the top here. So let's do this one. So I'll stamp the lace across the top so it'll have a little lace look to it. All right, we're just going to grab a piece of scrap paper here. All right, so let's just stamp this. I'm putting it closer to me so it's a little bit easier for me to see. So it has a little bit of lace on there. So when we put it in here, all right, now, come on. It just kind of sticks out just a little bit. I think that'll be good. All right, and we need one more, which I think is under here. Okay, this is the Lace Duo. That one's better. Okay, put that over here. Put this back where I just got it from. Here it is. Put this back. Okay, we'll put these in here. Like so. So those are the insert journal covers. All right, move the glue out of the way. Okay. So, you know, it takes a lot of time to get prepared for y'all. So I was trying to decide how and what I could do. So I'm just going to talk you through what I did here. I decided that I wanted a little bit more of a collage-y look inside my journal pages this time. And so sometimes it's difficult for me to tear up paper in order to put it back together again because I didn't necessarily have scraps already aside. So here's what I did. I took one of Norella's journal pages and then just ripped portions of it out. I still have a piece of it over here somewhere that I didn't use on this particular page anyway. And then last week we did some gel printing. So I had some gel prints and then I had, I don't know, 10 sheets of this scrapbook paper. I probably bought it when it was on sale or it was given to me, who knows. And I was just kind of playing around with it. And I had already torn a few pieces of Norella's graph papers. I decided I'm not going to buy actual graph paper and then tea dye it because I have too many other things in my room. I have paper and I buy paper all the time as far as text weight white paper. So I knew that I could then print any pattern that I want if I didn't already have it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not buying any more new paper. I'm trying to use up what I already have. So this is in my stash. This was a book page and one of my stencils. This was some black cardstock I already had. And I went ahead and made these into pockets here. Okay. I used one of the chipboard pieces over here. And I think what I want to do right now is show y'all how I add some magnets to my pages. So I've got these teeny tiny little bitty magnets. I'm using them up. You can get bigger ones, so it's a little bit better, but these little ones work as well. I've shared the link in the past. I don't know if I saved it up there for Robin, but if y'all need the link, just let me know. So what I'm going to do is I'm marking the halfway point with my pencil because I can see that little dot. You probably can't. And then about almost 2 inches in, I'm going to mark it again. And then over here, I'll do it. And I'm going to flip this around and do it one more time on this side. So I'll find the center and then about 2 inches and then about 2 inches. So the reason I'm doing that is so I know where I want to put a drop of this Fabri-Tac glue. I'm just putting it on all the little dots that I made. And then right here. And I'm going to grab these little magnets. I've almost used this one particular package up, which I'm glad because I had so many of them. And I'm just going to drop that in the glue. Okay, I'll kind of zoom in so you can see that. So you can probably see that little shiny dot. So all I'm doing is just taking this and just dropping it on the glue. And these are super strong little magnets, so you have to kind of really manhandle them to get them free from the others. So I'm just going to drop that in the glue. Okay. And then one more over here. I'm going to set these aside. And then I made this trim so we can zoom back out. So what I did was I used some more of that red fabric that we used on the outside cover. And then some of this trim, I just kind of scrunched it up and then I sewed on top of it. So now what I'm going to do is just take my Aleene's tacky glue and glue this over those magnets. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up, try and get a hold of it, with the edge of my page. And I'm using the paper underneath as my guide. There we go. So I'll just kind of smush that down so it kind of pokes out a little bit, and then flip this around and I've got another one to do on this side. I made my strips about 3/4 of an inch wide, the paper strips, and then the fabric is an inch wide, so you have a little bit of that overhang. And when you make them up like this, it's a little bit easier than trying to sew directly on your pages. On some of the pages, I went ahead and sewed the top and the bottom just so that I could have that decorative stitch across there. Yay! No harassment from you. Magnets, Julie. These are like 2 millimeter by 1 millimeter. They're teeny little bitty magnets. All right, so I put magnets in here. So now I'm going to just flip this over, and I cut a couple of book pages. So I'm going to lay them, not glue them, lay them down on either side. I'm going to go back to the magnets, and I'll let that fall. There we go. Because they're polarized magnets, is that right? They'll only go one way, so you can drop them on there, and then you know they're going to stick. I'm just kind of lining up this paper to make sure it's within my boundaries of my page. Okay, put this back over here. All right, so I'm just going to line this up with the edge. Make sure this one's lined up with the edge. Now, this time, kind of in the reverse, I've already got the magnets down, so I'm going to put a little bit of some Fabri-Tac where the magnet is, like so. We end up with strings. Ah, don't do that. Put this away. Make sure I didn't get any extra glue here. Okay. So then I'm going to make sure, first of all, that I'm right side up, and I'm not. So this is the right side because we've got a raven on here. And then I'm going to look at this, and this is the right side up. And I'm going to come back on this little paper strip and put down a bead of tacky glue. So basically what I'm going to do now is we're going to glue our other page on top of these little strips, and then we're going to have a magnetic closure that can be used to house additional writing space, or maybe some smaller journals that you want to put in there. You like it? So I'm just going to line this up with my edges. So if you ever wondered how to get those magnets to line up, this is one way to do it. All right, so I did not put glue at the top of the bottom yet, but I want to make sure that my little strip of paper is sticking. Okay, so it's stuck on here and it lines up. And if we look on this side, it's stuck on here. It's protecting my magnets, and then that clicks together, okay? So now what I'm going to do is just lift up this edge and glue, and then smush it together. Okay, and then flip it around, and then do this side. Okay, and then we'll go across here. You could also sew across the top. Just using my glue bottle to help smush that together. All right, I'm gonna let that set for a second. And I'll show you some of the others that I made. So these are some more of Norella's pages. And I've added the same little trim on here, okay? And then on the inside, I made little pockets, okay? Used some of her papers again and some of my mixed media paper. And then this is some trim, some tulle that I wrapped around a piece of cardstock. This is one of my chipboard pieces, and I painted it gold and then glued it over the top. I just thought that was kind of neat. Here I rubber stamped my creepy tree and little bat and All Hallows Eve, and then I punched a circle out of a piece of scrap paper and then used my blending tool to make like a little moon. And so we'll put that in here. And this is one of Norella's. I love the spider web with the roses and the black. It's so pretty. And then here I had a piece of cardstock that I used a scrap, and then I cut off part of the corner roses so that would fit, and then I painted one of the little butterflies, spiders black, and then stamped the word eek, and then I did the inside with some more of that graph paper, so that'll go up here. So that was one of the pages that I made. And then here's another, some more of those owls, and then over here. And so in this one, I don't think oh yeah, I did. So this is an envelope. It's a red envelope. And I put October 31st and stamped the little black cat. And then this is one of Norella's tags. Here I tore the corner of the page as well as up here. And then I added paper to it so I could have a pocket. Here I used some of Norella's words, and this is another one of my chipboard pieces. But what I wanted to show you was that these open, and so they can have other pieces put inside. So let's set this aside. Oh, I need to put some journal cards in here. So let's do that. How about, I just saw one, I thought, okay, this one with the bat. That looks kind of cool over there. I've got another piece of red. I think it might be too big. No, it'll fit. I think that would be good. And let's put maybe the word haunt up there on it. What do you think? Something like that? It's 2 pockets. Now you see there's a pocket. All right, we're going to put something in those pockets. Let me glue this down. Like so. Okay, I think let's fold this over. Let's put some, or use some cardstock maybe. I just saw that I had some. What did I do with it? Ah, here we go. So this is different cardstocks that I have. Let's see if I've got something that we like. I got 3 pieces of this. That one's kind of interesting. I think I'll do these. All right, so we're going to pull this out. Okay. And let's see. Let's go over to this one. 1, 2, 3. Again, I'm trying to use up some of my paper because I have so much of it. All right, so now we've got some cardstock. I know for the most part that my little pockets here, because we've got the stitching where I also glued it. So if I keep it around 7.5 inches tall, maybe 8, I don't know, 8 might be pushing it to put in there. So let's do 7 3/4, maybe 8, 7.5. Let's do 7.5 to fit in here. So I'm gonna turn this around to 7.5 and cut it. I know that my pocket should be at least accommodate a 5-inch piece, so I'm going to cut this at 10 inches. And if we fold that in half, I have a bone folder, I know, but my pencil's laying here. Okay, so we got this piece, so we'll test it before we cut up more. It would fit right here. And then this will go back closed again, okay? So you can't even tell it's there. It makes that page feel much more substantial, and you may not know it's there until you kind of pull the page apart on your own. I could put a tab in here. Do you think I should put a tab on part of this? I could do that. Just let me know what you thought of that, putting a tab. All right, so let's cut these and make them all the same. All right, so 7.5. I'm creating scraps, I know, by 10. And then we'll fold that in a moment. Let's go ahead and cut the others. Yes to a tab. Okay. 7.5. You like them? Okay. And 10. You like the gold pages? The gold pages are kind of pretty, aren't they? All right, so I like this one. So, yeah, let's do it this way. So 7.5 and 10. So it's a Gothic rose, but it's a rich Gothic rose. She has some gold in her. Okay, so I want to do it this way. No, I want to do it this way. 7.5 tall by 10 inches. Okay, I think we might be back. I'm not positive. I'm getting Junkie Joe back up here. My computer is completely locked up. I looked up and noticed that I couldn't see anybody in the chat or myself, and so I thought, well, this isn't good. So I basically rebooted my computer, so I hope that we're back. I'm waiting for Junkie Joe to load up, so I can't even see your chats yet. All right, let's see if we're back. says we're connected. I'm going to reopen the giveaway. Some people's already in there, so if you have entered, you're still in there. I just need the new people that are come back. Yay! Rechat, refresh, refresh, refresh. So while I was waiting on the computer to come back up, I went in and punched a few little tabs that I thought we could use to help open our, I don't know, it may be too big, so I'm going to look at it because of the magnets that are on here. So there's one in the middle, there's one right here. So I wonder if what I should do is something smaller. These are too big. Okay. How about, what did I see the other day? I saw, oh, maybe a little piece of fabric, or I have a circle punch back here. Where did I see that? I know I just saw it. Ah, here it is. Well, that's bigger than I wanted it to be too. I've got this little tab punch. Oh, that's what I was going to show you when I stood up. I have a shirt that I made. I don't even know if you can see all of it. Let me go this way. It says, witches go riding back. Let's see, what is it? Witches go riding and black cats are seen. The moon laughs and whispers, it's near Halloween. Okay. Uh-oh, getting hungry. Yeah, it's open to everybody. Yes, come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, I think we'll do this one. And I had some black cardstock here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to punch this a couple of times while we're at it. And I think I could get away. I could put the tab, but not go all the way to the inside. But I think what I want to do instead is take this little guy, and I'm folding him in half. Okay. And I thought he might look good on here. So I'll just cut this in half and let's look at it and see what we think. Thank you, Janice. I'll be adding them to my shop. I'm still trying to source the shirts. You know, I can print the things all day long, but I want to be able to offer small through, I think it was 4X large, and they're hard to come by. Okay, so what if, maybe if I put it right about there, so that when you pull this, it should pull the page up, right? In theory. All right, so let's go like this. It's 5:15 here where I am. All right. All right, so let's put that right there. I may come in just a little bit more. I don't want it to stick out too far. So that should denote that you should open this, because you can put your finger under that tab and pull it. Yeah, I think that'll work. So we're going to put one over here. Uh-oh, your tablet went to sleep. Tell it to wake up. All right, so I'm going to put this over here, about the same area. Okay. All right, I like it. I'll let that dry. I'm going to set this aside and then do the others. Oh, I just lost the journal card. This one keeps falling out. I think I'm going to have to pin it in place. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll grab I got a little paper clip. I guess Hercules got up and left. He must be mad at me. I'm going to look in my fabric bin here. This is one of my fabric pieces. Well, you know what? I've got this fabric. Let's see if we can cut a little piece. There, we got a little piece of that red. Okay, pop that back together. Ah. Okay, stay. All right, so my thought was I'll take this and stick it in here. And then maybe I'll even kind of cut this at an angle. Have a little bit of fray. I think that'll be good. So what I'm going to do is stitch across here. So we're going to go to the sewing machine. So we've got sewing lamb. Thank you, Giovanna, for the sewing lamb. This is a little sewing lamb that she made for me for our sewing cam. All right, so all I'm going to do, let me turn my sewing machine so you can see it. Maybe I could turn the camera where you could see me. Is I'm just going to stitch right across here. Now, you know, whenever I'm doing projects with my sewing machine, just don't sew over wet glue. I use a regular needle. Try not to sew over anything hard like a paper clip. So I'm sewing above it so that I can get past there. Regular needle, regular thread, and I just stitched on there. You could also, if you wanted, you could even staple that on there, or you could hand stitch it, or what they call slow stitch on there. So all I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put it this way maybe. Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit different because I had something right here, but I'll go ahead and fold this in half and cut it, and we'll glue this down. Okay. Hey, Tanya, how are you? I hope you are well. All right, so this one, I think I'm going to put a little bit lower, maybe kind of right under this pocket, or should I put it up higher? I think I'm going to put it up higher, so I'm going to put it up here. So just move that over for a moment, and I'm putting glue on quite a bit of it. And we're going to position it right about here. All right, and then we're going to take this one and go to this side and do the same thing. I'm glad you're doing good. I hope everybody's doing good. And if you're not, I don't want to know about it. No. In that, I don't want to be sad. I will pray for you. I hope that things are better for you, just as I hope that you will pray that things are good for me as well. I appreciate that. All right. Okay, I like that. Next one, we've got more here. I can put this away, I think, for the moment. Just drop it down there. Did I tell y'all that I found a punch that I have been missing for a year, that I had missed it so long that I ended up buying a new one, and now I have two? Ah, gotcha. Busy, busy, busy. Well, congratulations on going back to work. I hope it's working out for you, and congratulations on your senior this year. That means they're growing up, and soon will be out of the house. Maybe they may get to stay with you while they go to college or whatnot. I don't see anything wrong with letting kids stay if they want, if everybody gets along. I think I'm gonna put it right about here. There. I have my best friend. She still lives with her parents, and she's my age. She never married. My husband's aunt stayed with her family. She never married. In fact, she's still living in the family home, even though her parents are deceased. She's 80 something. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, so let's go back to the first one because it should be dry now. So now when we pop on that, we've got that opening. So we can grab one of these and pop that in here. Of course, now I'm trying to do this live. It won't go. And then we'll put this. Hey, you just behave. We'll put this one on this side. So that pops open. I like it. Okay. And we'll do the next one. So you can just pop that open. Grab one of these. Stick it in. Grab one of these. Pop it open. And let's do this over here. I'm trying to decide if I want to put something else on that little black tab. You know, that's just it. You could sit here and fuss with things and fuss with things and keep adding more. In fact, I put this in backwards, but that's okay. Keep adding to it. So don't ever feel that you have to stop. If you want to keep going, keep going. And don't feel like you have to keep going as well. You know, you can be very minimalistic when you make your journals. The key is to have fun and don't stress about it. If it's stressing you out, then stop and go do something else for a little while. Okay? All right. Let's put this up here. Put this right there. All right. So we added those. And I think I have some more I need to do. So let's look here. Ah, yes. Okay. So I made those. And so this is the same concept. What I did here is I just used some of Norella's prints, added some fabric, and this will open. And then on this side, I just had some scrapbook paper that I decided to use. And I think what we need to do now is put something in these pockets. So earlier, I think Robin was yelling she wanted something gold. I don't know which one. If I have 3 of them, we'll use it. So this one, is this the gold one? 1, 2, 3. I have 3 of those. Or was there another one? Then we have the swirlies. I have 3 of those. We have this one. So which one would you like? Let's do this one. 1, 2, 3. Your only child is a grandma? Oh my gosh. Wow. You're getting old. Your baby turned 21 day. Your oldest turns 30 in 2 weeks, and you're getting old. All right, so we've got that one. We need one more. So this is the opposite of the other, so we'll do this one. Look, I used several pages out of this one paper pack. Pardon me. All right, so it should be the same. I want this to be seven and a half inches tall. I did all of them because they're all attached together still. So we'll see if that is going to fail me. By 10 inches. Okay. We got little pieces left over. And let's do this one. 1, 2, 3. All right, so I want this to be 7.5 inches. And 10 inches. Yeah, I have so much paper, I just don't buy it anymore, so I'm trying to use it up. All right, it's time for a little drink. All right, let's fold all of these. I hadn't intended to print some things to put on the fronts of these, but I don't think I got all of that done. Let's fold these and we'll pop them in the pockets. Wow. Well, happy birthday. You don't feel over a day over 40? Well, there's some days I feel my age, let me tell you. Since I'm working at the shop, I'm on my feet all day. And I haven't been on my feet in years for, 7 to 8 hours a day. So it's been a little rough on my feet. They have not been very happy. So I come home at the end of the day and my feet are so sore. All right, so let's put this. All right, so I think we need another tab. So I am going to go ahead and just pop this in here, and then I think we're going to make some tabs to go on these pages. All right, why aren't you going? I don't usually have an issue. There we go. I must have been twisting the page just a little bit. Okay. Okay. And I'm just kind of in my own thing. Oh, by the way, I want to say thank you to those of you who donated. I did take a picture, so I know who donated and where we are in our donations. So I will read those off so I can say thank you to everybody. No, computer, do not do that to me. All right, so we had Margie, the Mrs. Edmondson, Robin, Cricket, Manda Dawn, and Sherry. Thank you all for donating to me today. I greatly appreciate you doing that. You are amazing. All right, so let's put this back over here. All right, so we got the one in the front. Now we need to do the one in the back, and I really need to put a tab on here, so we're going to do that next. Okay, come on now. There we go. No, we'll get this over here. Oh, I already have one. Already have one. It's going the wrong way, Linda. Okay, come on. You call it Tiffany. Thank you, Julie. I do have a lot of scrapbook papers. I used to make greeting cards and sell them. So anytime I would sell cards and there was a sale on paper, I would take whatever money that I had earned and buy more paper with it because I enjoyed making them. Right, I like that. That's good. Okay, so now I have, these are composition notebook pages that, come on camera, that I sprayed with a little bit of Tattered Angels. I crinkled them up so they're kind of a grungy feeling. And I know that they're thin, so if we stamp on it, it will bleed through to the other side. But I think we could add some stenciling. So how about, I kind of like this little star stencil. So I'm going to add some stars. So grab my black soot again. Kind of add a little bit of whimsy to it with the stars. Keeping it really simple. So let's do each, we'll do both sides. So I guess what I should do is flip this over. That would be easier. Line it up, do it again. Oh yeah, I was going to put tabs on that last page, wasn't I? And I was going to decorate the inside. Sometimes I have to think about what I want to do. And depending on the time that we have here. So we may go back and see if I can't grab some extra thingies to glue on there. I also have to finish the cover because I do have a plan for the cover. I hope I can make it work with my idea. All right, so we just added a little bit of stars across there. I still have some of Norella's sayings here, so maybe we'll grab a couple of those to put on this notebook paper. And I wasn't worried that it got dirty. I just figured it just felt kind of grungy, if you will. There. Put that back up here, put this right here and here. Okay. What do you think? Way to go! Stop kissing him, Margie. Oh my goodness. Let's see how many of these I have left. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So let's put some distress inks on those. I cut them out, but that's all I had done was cut them. So maybe if we put one here. I think I need to stamp the word journal a few times. Poke, poke, nudge, nudge. Told you guys at the start, and we could call you a hussy now. Oh, that poor Junkie Joe. All right. Y'all into the raffle if you haven't already. I kind of like that. I have a little piece of fabric left here. Let's see what else I have. We're going to have to hurry. We have to hurry. Another piece of fabric there. What else do I have? Oh, I've got some of these fussy cut elements. Different word phrases from Norella. I've got some music. Pocket. I've got so many little things laid out here. I'm trying to decide what I want to use. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. We may want that a little bit, so I'll set that up here. Okay. We got a pocket there and a pocket there. So that's going to go in my cover. All right, let's see if we got enough little of this fabric that I can use a little piece of it. And believe it or not, this is actually Christmas fabric. I buy them I used to buy them, I don't anymore. I used to buy them if the pattern was somewhat nondescript in that it didn't look like it was Christmas. Now this one may have had almost a snowflake in it, but it really wasn't much. So I'm thinking maybe something like that on the edges. I'm going to turn this around. So it just kind of gives us a little touch there. Okay, y'all entered the raffle yet? All right, so this next raffle is for a little bag of goodies that I'm put together for, I believe it was my first subscription box, and I found them yesterday when I was moving some stuff around and trying to pick out all the things I want to use for the next subscription box. And I thought, well, I'll pass these along. Okay, I like that. So I'll do that again here. Okay. Glue that there. Okay. Put that right up here. Something wicked this way comes. Okay, let's put that right here. Ah, come on. I'm going to glue this down. How's that? So I think if we had another piece of fabric, maybe in black. I thought I had another little piece laying here, so I'm looking. I think I put it back in my bin. Oh yes, here we go. I have a little piece of that. That might be enough. Okay. Stay. All right, so I'm going to flip this over. And then these are going to go on that side. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to kind of weave it back and forth until I've got them about the same size. Cut it. All right, y'all ready for the raffle? Say yes, we're ready, Linda. Come on. All right, so we're going to put it on this side. And then put that here. That'll be good. Oh my goodness, there was a bunch of people that won 17 junk bucks. If you didn't see your name, it was Sheila, Ada, Leah, Giovanna, Terry. The bot was, you had so many of y'all playing, it couldn't count you. All right, I'm just going to lay that pretty much lining up with the other side. All right, y'all didn't do that. Get into the raffle if you haven't already. So we're ready. Come on, Linda. Okay. I've got to hurry, hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry, hurry. I think that one looks good there. All right, so then we're going to do this one. Put this one down. All right. You didn't get left out, Julie. I think I said your name. Weren't you in that list? Robin was in that name. Julie, you were in there. He just couldn't handle all of y'all. He can't handle all of y'all. You're overwhelming him. All right, let's do the raffle. Get a drink here. Ooh, that red. I like this. Look at this red. Ooh, it's a bright red. Okay. He needs to get it together. He couldn't. He was so overwhelmed with all of you joining in that it just, overtook him. He's swooning from all these ladies around him. All right, we're going to pick the winner of this little goodie pack. And that winner is Ada. Congratulations, Ada. You won my little goodie pack here. So the next thing that we're going to do, Robin is going to send out a D-stash box from Robin. And she's already sent out a couple of these from another live stream of mine. And she said she had some more she wanted to get rid of. So we're going to do that today. All right. So now I want to flip this to the inside. Because I have another piece of paper on the other side, I could stamp on this. And I know it's not going to bleed through. So move this out of the way for just a second. Y'all into the raffle. I think, let's look at the stamps and see what I want to put on there. Oh, I meant to do these. So I think I'm going to do them now. I've made a new chipboard piece, but I haven't added it to my shop yet. All right, so I've got the gentleman's skull and the lady's skull, and I'm going to put them right next to each other, okay? And I'm going to grab a scrap of paper to see how they're going to stamp, because I haven't done this before. I just wanted to be able to do this, so that's why I made these stamps. And then we'll stamp that. Oh, that looks pretty cute, doesn't it? In fact, you know what? I think we could get away with, I'm going to stamp it again. And let's do it one more time. Okay. So I'm going to put these back. And then what I want to do is just take these. So what if we did that on there? What do you think? We'll add some distress inks to the edges. Kind of like that. I'll go ahead and tear the others out and get those ready for the other pages. You know, just testing something, you end up with an idea. Okay. Scraps of paper. Oh, I got that one a little close, but that's okay. What do you think? Yes, the crosses stamp could be used for other things. Yes, it could. Oh, good. You don't need another one, Cricket? That was enough for you in there? I have started a distash box because I was so fed up I couldn't find something. And so I decided I'm just going to start doing this. So I'm going to grab a box every few days that I can come in here to do that. And just throw things in it. So this one I know has gel prints in it. It has some Christmas stuff. It has some pages that I printed that were for Calico Collage. I mean, there's some scrapbook paper, some Christmas paper, some greeting cards. I just grabbed a whole bunch of stuff and just have been sticking it in there. All right, so I'm going to put those there. And I wonder... You know, what I need is the little Bella Rose stamp. And I know that I stamped some out, but I never did color them. So I'm looking to see if I can find where I stamped those. It might be faster to just find the original stamp. and stamp it again. Or I could stamp, why don't we stamp the words, some words on here. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna get some ivory paper. And I've got my little label. So what is a small word? We got wicked, creepy, haunted, eerie, spell, brew, cast, Halloween, black cat, All Hallows Eve, witch, boo, spooky, scary, eek. So, how about wicked? So we'll stamp wicked. Let me find my little block. Where'd it go? There it is. Well, there's one of them. Seriously? I need a manager of my desk, y'all. Oh, my word. Okay. That's the block I wanted. Okay, so I've got my little label, and we're going to stamp that. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then I've got the word wicked, and I haven't stamped it before, so I don't know if I've got it trimmed really well, so we're going to stamp it on a scrap. All right, so I need to adjust it. So anytime that you stamp something and you notice that it, oh, thank you so much, Terry, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That it's got lines around it and it's transferring. So let me zoom in. So what you'll do is take your scissors and cut at an angle this way, not in under the stamp, away from the stamp at an angle. And you can just trim away the offending rubber. Don't be afraid. You can take your time and just kind of snip it. Okay? And then just snip this as well. Because sometimes I don't get them trimmed as good as I should the first time. So, and I've bought stamps that have also had that same issue. All right, so then I'm just going to take my stamp and ink it up and then stamp it again. And that's a much better. See, it doesn't have the lines around it anymore. Okay? All right, so then I'm going to stamp this out 3 times here. I feel like my camera is off kilter. Like the aspect ratio is wrong. So we're going to stamp wicked, wicked, wicked. Okay. Put that back over here. Put this back up here. All right, let's trim these out and we'll glue them down here just a moment. Uh-oh, Amanda got in the Junk Joe. You're going to hurt Margie's feelings. Oh, dear. All right, so I'm just going to trim away. Okay, put this over here. Okay. I gotta hurry. I gotta hurry. Y'all are gonna want to run away. Fickle Joe. There's so much in this journal. I guess if I don't get it all done, we could work on it next week too. It may have skipped when I was changing camera views. I don't know why we're having internet issues right now. Okay, got those. So if we put these together and maybe put the wicked below. No skipping, just hops. You know what I could do is I have a piece of red paper here, and I have a heart punch. I saw it. It may be too big. I think that one would be too big. All right, let me do something. I'm going to disconnect for a second and look over here at my other stamps or punches. Okay, I found it. I have this heart. It's kind of a primitive heart, and I think it would look really good if we put a little heart right behind the word wicked. No skipping or hopping. None. None whatsoever. Okay. I had this really pretty red, so I'm going to put that in here. Let's go like this. And I found that if I take a acrylic block, so I could see where I want to punch. Oh, this one I have to stand up. There we go. What do you think? Like that? Let's do some more of those. This is thick cardstock, so it takes a little effort. Okay, got it. Everybody get up and stretch. Okay. Sit back down. Put this over here. This over here. Stress this. Move on quickly. All right, I think I'm going to glue this down here in just a moment. Looks right to you. Chilly. Oh my goodness, are you cold where you are, Terry? We're having some beautiful cooler weather today. I think I want something else here. Oh, let me find what I want. Oh, we could do that. I don't know. We'll see what this looks like. It may be too big. So what if I were to stamp that heart, and then this was put over the top of it? You don't really see it that much. And then we had this heart. I don't think it'll work. All right, never mind. I talked myself out of it. Okay. I think this is the flourish, something flourish. And I think what I want to do is kind of stamp that where it comes out, and then this comes like that. So I'm going to glue this down, put that in the corner, and then we're going to put the wicked on top of the heart. If I had more time, I could also stamp some wings, but I think this will be good. Wicked. How's that? I think that works. All right, so we'll kind of glue these components together. So hopefully I don't lose anything. All right, so I'm going to set that on the side and then come over here and let's stamp the little flourish. right there. Since I've got the ink and everything out, I'll do it again right there. And then I can put this away. All right, let's glue these down. Missed it again, Julie. You gotta type faster. All right, we'll put that right here. What do you think? I like it. I think I have enough, some other little thingies I can put on the other side so we can move on, because I needed to finish the cover and then probably cut a couple more pieces of paper. Okay. All right, so we need to put something on this side over here. We've got cauldron, macabre, and gory. But I think it needs a little something else with it, does it not? Because it's kind of plain like that. Maybe a piece of black. Oh, that looks kind of neat, doesn't it? With the little label. And I still have that punch right here. And I've got some more little pieces of black paper. Let's punch those real fast. Okay. I think I like that. I think that helps give it a little something. Use toothpicks, keep your eyes open. Don't sleeping. And how about a little flower? I think there's enough little ones here. Like that. See if I got one more. Yep. Okay. There we go. And maybe we should do that same filigree over here since we kind of did it on that side. I'm going to do this. I'm going to glue the little flowers in the centers just so they'll be together. All right, then we're going to slide all of these away. Okay, and let's get that same filigree flourish rubber stamp. And we'll stamp it where it's kind of coming down the bottom here. There. All right, so now if we take these pieces and I glue that here. I can't remember what these words were called, but they're sayings. I think if you just go to Calico Collages Etsy, you'll find them. Kind of come in just a little bit. And then we'll put this little flower right here. How's that? You see that okay? You like that? Okay, thank you, Jennifer. It needed something, didn't it? Since we had that red on the other side. Okay, we'll put this down just a little bit. macabre. Kind of come in just a little here. And then we'll glue the little flower. Okay. One more, and then this page set will be done. Gothic's quotes is one of them. I can't remember what the little ones are. They may just be Halloween. Okay, let's put that one right here. I like the stars in behind. All right, so we're going to put this guy right here. Okay, y'all into the raffle if you haven't already. Pages are done. All right, I think I need to look at how many pages I have and see what else I need to do, because we are running out of time. All right, so I made some red pages where I use the creepy tree and a bat and the word spooky. I used a paper punch to do a paper edge and glued that on. So the cat, and this is the big eye cat on top of the broom, and I made it that size because I thought it would be really cute with it on there. And this is the gargoyle again, and Happy Halloween on a scrap of paper. And over here I used the little haunted house. I have some paper sack that I just added some, what is a seam binding lace to a piece of book page. I glued it down and then glued it on top. So I think that really makes it pop on the page. And here I used one of my chipboard pieces over the cauldron. And this is the pumpkin patch. There's nothing on that side. And then this is, oh, this is just black copy paper that I've added the red to. And I have an idea, so I'm going to see if we have enough time here. How are we doing? Well, if I get to keep my journal, then it's okay if I don't finish it today, right? Maybe I'll finish it next week. I was thinking if I can find my white embossing powder, I'm pretty confident that I have some, but you never know. Seafoam white. All right. All right, so now I need my Versamark ink pad, which I think is up here. There it is. Okay. Oh, well, I have another one right here. I didn't even see that. This is probably the one I want to use anyway. Okay, put this one back. No, I have opaque. I think I want this one because it says it's opaque. All right, so I need a scrap of paper. And here's what I'm going to do. I thought it would be really cute if I stamp the skeleton and emboss it in white ink. So I'm going to stamp him right here. And then we're going to sprinkle him. Look at that. I did get a little spot I see, so I'm going to grab a paintbrush. That's cute. All right, I'm going to close this up. I'm going to set that aside. Let's pour this back in here. Okay, let's do it again. And then I can heat them all at once. Remember, when you're stamping, you just let it rest on your page for just a moment. And I'm going to sprinkle the powder. And I touched it with anything else, the powder will stick to that. So I'm just kind of knocking it free with my paintbrush. Set that aside. Let's do this one. Uh-oh, I had a piece of trash go in my embossing powder. Can't have that. You love embossing things. I don't get it out as much as I could. I think now I know why I have something on here. It was something stuck to my stamp. Okay. I forget to do it, and I knew that I had this black paper and it would look really cool with that white. All right, so we'll do that. Let's close this. Put the stamp away. Maybe we'll do a witch on the other side, or a saying. I could do October 31st or Happy Halloween. I also have I have a spider web that we could stamp on the other side. What should we do at embossing? Well, the key to embossing is to keep your embossing tool moving, to watch the embossing powder. It should change in appearance. It should look a little more solid. In some cases, it should look shiny. And then you know you've got it cooked properly. So that one's cooked. And then this one is not. If you have a metal pan and you put that behind where you're embossing, it will help it go faster because it heats it from the back side as well as the top side. And remember, when you're embossing, don't have your face right over it because you don't want to breathe in these particles. I don't care what brand it is, it's still not good for you to get stuff in your respiratory system. If you know you're going to do a bunch, maybe you're making a bunch of invitations, or you're going to make several journal pages at one time, you might wear a mask just to keep those particles from going into your breathing system. Spider web, okay, well, we'll do the spider web on the other side. Okay. The spider with the web. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Get this all ready. And we're going to stamp the spider web kind of up in the corner here. And then I'm going to stamp the spider as if it's dropping down below it. Let's see how we did. So I had a little bit of some edge on there, but I think I can fix it just by using my paintbrush. These little spider legs can kind of be difficult to cut out. All right, so we'll tap off that excess. All right, I think that'll be cute. All right, so we're going to do the others the same way. I may trim this really fast. So where's my scissors? Okay. All right. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed today's session, that you're inspired by what I've done, what I've created, that it gets you to get your supplies out and create and have some fun. Maybe you'll have some fun adding magnets for some hidden journal places. I tell you what, since it looks like we're not giving this away today, we will carry it over to next week, maybe. If I don't, especially since I'm not done and it's really time to get off of here, I'll just finish up next week. How's that sound? All right. So I cleaned that up just a little bit. I think I need to clean right here. Okay. All right, clean off my fingers. Yeah, I have another stamp that is a spider hanging down from a web. So I already have that one, but this is if you want separate pieces because you could do different things. I hope I had that spider going the right way. Got a little bit here still. Okay, put that one there. Do this one more time. Okay. Spider. Make sure I got down far enough. And then add some powder. Clean up a little bit. Apparently I need to do some more surgery on that stamp, but there's no reason to do it today. All right, let's put this away and then we'll emboss those. Okay, oopsie, I got a miss. I got a miss, got a miss, got a miss. Close it up. Put it away where it belongs so you can find it another day. All right, let's emboss these real fast. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I think I'm going to wrap it up here in just a moment by doing the last giveaway. So if you haven't already entered into the raffle, please do so now. And you'll win a chance to get, or you win, whoever wins, will get a goodie pack of de-stash items from Robin. And I think next week what we'll do is I will come back with this journal and finish it. I may do some behind the scenes stuff beforehand. But I'll show you all the pages that I made, and then we'll probably work on some ephemera. I really think I need to make one more set of pages for this journal. I want there to be lots of space, so you can write or whatever you can put on there. I can make 2 winners? Okay. Well, Robin says we're going to give away 2 winners to her de-stash pack. So what do you think? Just added a little bit on there. Maybe that's what I'll do. We'll save it for next week where I can add some more embellishments to the pages. Oh yeah, I got to remember to clean my stamps. Whenever you use Versamark ink or Distress Oxide ink, you want to clean your stamps. I'm just using the Thieves Cleaner. Just a little bit of water and Thieves Cleaner. Because they'll remain sticky. And then if you try to use other inks, they don't work as well because there's that barrier in between. So I just cleaned it off just a little bit. Okay. Aw, did he forget you? Well, thank you, Cricket. Thank you so very much. Let me show y'all again what I worked on, and we'll do this last raffle. So we made these today where I took some scrapbook paper, I added some fabric and some chipboard and other elements. I like the way this little pocket turned out for something different. And this chipboard, different pockets here. Got another pocket on the front with that little owl tag. And then on the inside, I used the damask stencil. These were some of the covers for the inner journal. So this will be a Miss Dory style journal that the inners will come out of. So you can use those. I think I'm going to add some pockets to in here. So maybe that's what I'll do this next week, is cut out some more things to use for pockets on this inside. I love this velvet paper. It's just so yummy. Yes, get your embossing stuff out and practice. Have fun with it. All right, so I showed you those. I showed you these where I had stamped. And these are some red papers. Almost every page has something on the edge. I just noticed that. Lots of goodies there. I love how this turned out with the red and the little pops of red. And then these pages, remember they are a pocket page that has a journal card in there. And these I need to decorate. So that'll be good for next week. So I could decorate those. And I'm going to come up with a plan for these so we can decorate all of those. And then I have this page that I made ahead of time that again has, and we used a tab. So we need to put tabs on this other set. I love this kit that Norella has come together. I made this card today. Okay. Alrighty, everybody. Are y'all ready? I'm trying to get this where I have it a little organized. Oh yeah, I don't have an example, so we're just going to, this is going to go on the inside cover of the Midori journal, I've decided. It's going to be fluffy for sure. Thank you so much, Ada. Thank you, Cricket. Yes, Julie, very fluffy, very fluffy. He forgot you too. Oh my goodness, Margie. Well, I'm so glad you could be here. All right, let's do this real fast because Henry's probably going to be like, when are you getting off of there? All right, the first winner of the Stash Pack box from Robin is Sherry Deskins. Congratulations, Sherry. You're going to get one of Robin's Stash Pack. I'll get her your address. All right, and then we're going to pick another winner. Make sure Robin got that recorded. Yay! All right, so then the next winner is Leah Foy. Now, Leah, do I have your mailing address? I can't remember. It seems like you may have won a prize in the past, but I'm not positive. Yeah, Petable, exactly. Oh, because I am going to use, where'd it go? Oh no, I've lost it. It's here somewhere. I had some really pretty lace that I want to put on the outside cover. It's laying here somewhere. I'll find it. Oh, here it is, finally. So Leah, if you haven't given me your address, go over to my website at lindaisrael.com and give me the address. I found this piece of black lace, and I think this is the right side. Yeah, I was thinking that would look really pretty going down the spine of the journal. And then, if I can find them again, I just had them. I did these two. Gotta find it. I've got these guys. I don't know if maybe I should do it like that, up and down on the front cover. And I have the word Halloween that we could put. I don't know. That was my thoughts for that front of this journal. What do you think? You love that lace? Well, thank you. I thought it'd be pretty. I don't know. So I'm going to play with this a little bit. These aren't big enough. I wish they were, but maybe what I could do is cut it in half. I don't know. I thought maybe I'll use the corners. I don't know. I may find something to put on here. I may put some gold on the word Halloween. That's kind of my thought anyway. Yes, do that. That lace, you love it? Okay, well, thank you. So that's kind of what I was contemplating doing. And then I've got this trim that's going over here. So maybe what I'll do, I'll go ahead and glue this down, I think, when I get done today. You love it? Okay, well, thank you. Well, I'll work on this and we'll see how it goes. And we'll continue next Monday. One more week playing with this kit. I think I'm going to print some more stuff. Woot woot. You love you too, Junkie Joe, Monta Dawn says. All right, everybody. Well, I appreciate you spending the time with me today. I hope you had fun. I hope you're inspired to create, to do something fun, and share it with somebody else. Be, be that light of love in the world, because there's so much hurt and anguish and sadness in our world. Let's try to be a little bright spot to somebody else. So, share something, whether it be give somebody a compliment when you see them, or make some tags to give away just to say, hey, I hope you have a fabulous day, or you're being thought of, or something like that. Okay. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Again, thank you so very much. Y'all have an amazing week, and we'll see you next week as we complete this journal, because I think I've got some more ideas that I want to do, and I'm glad I have a little bit more time to work on it. All right, y'all take care. Lots of love for all of you. Oh, yes, please keep everybody in the hurricane's path, as well as Mexico that had all the earthquakes. There's so many things. I can't name them all, but know that my heart goes out to everyone that's going through something right now, and I pray that God will see you through it quickly and easily so that you can move on with your life. All right, y'all take care. Love you lots, everybody. Bye-bye.